Now, we're going to be asking for early admittance. We're going tomorrow, and we're going to ask for an expedited ruling because, when you look at the stock market's down today, the stock market's down because of that, because the stock market needs the tariffs. They want the tariffs.
Joining us now in a Fox Business exclusive, Jared Bernstein, the former Council of Economic Advisors chair under President Biden. Okay, Jared, let's just say that the Supreme Court upholds the lower court's ruling, which came in on Friday. Federal Appeals Court said these sweeping tariffs that the president put into place, Section 232, it's an emergency, that they are illegal. Can you explain exactly how this is going to work if importers here in the U.S. who paid those tariffs will get refunded? Let's start with that.
I don't think anyone has an exact explanation of that. And by the way, great to be with you and see you again, Liz. But that's the problem. There are no known mechanisms for clawing back those kinds of expenditures that were already made. And we're really talking about $30 billion a month, I believe, was the revenue take from the import tax we call tariffs in July. I think the yearly amount is something like $300 billion, which is why you heard the president talk about the hit to revenues. Now, from the court's perspective, I have to say, that doesn't matter. You don't get to be a bank robber who robs the bank and tell the judge, sorry, the money's already being spent, and be held innocent in that context. The court is looking at whether the administration overstepped its leeway when it comes to the emergency provisions in this bill called IEPA, and it certainly looked to the lower court and the appeals court that they very much did so.
When you look at the numbers, there are at least a dozen judges who have now ruled that these tariffs are illegal, that the premise upon which the president imposed them was not an emergency, and that he doesn't have that sweeping power to do so. That said, at the moment, these tariffs hold until, I believe, October 15th. So while the ruling is that they were legal, it's paused until the president, who says tomorrow he's going to go to the Supreme Court to ask them to rule on it, will move. I mean, according to the Tax Foundation, the tariffs are set to bring in, for the entire year of 2025, about $172+ billion. We got a big problem in this country, and that is the debt that has to be paid down. And we're spending so much just in interest payments. How do you make the case that that $172 billion is much needed? Or how do you make the case that it isn't needed, rather? Because you're against it, obviously.
Right. I was scratching my head there because it is needed. Now, look, the fact that the tariffs are needed has zero to do with the legality of the measures that Trump has taken. And the court's well aware of that. And therefore, I find that argument extremely thin, and I suspect the judges will as well. The ability to tariff is never mentioned at all in the underlying statute that they cited. And look, we've had a trade deficit every year since 1976, so not exactly an emergency. We very much have a revenue problem. And look, the only way to get to a more sustainable budget path is to do two things, is to raise revenues and to lower spending. Both sides have to get some of what they want. Congress has proved just extremely incapable of making that kind of a deal. And it's one of the reasons we're looking at a very tough deadline, 12 midnight on September 30th.
When we're talking about emergencies, President Joe Biden, under whom you served, said it was an emergency and that we needed to spend so much money, hundreds of billions of dollars in all kinds of programs, when the actual emergency of the pandemic lockdowns was in the rearview mirror. The Democrats do not have a good record on this either, Jared. How do you get both sides to realize that they've both been guilty of overspending and that you've got to work together to knock it off?
Well, just as I said, I think it's been extremely difficult to get there. And while I would take issue with some of your characterization there, when President Biden passed the rescue plan, that was in the middle of a new strain of the pandemic. And so we were worried, and so was the Federal Reserve and many others. But your point is foundationally well taken in the sense that neither Democrats nor Republicans have shown much fiscal rectitude at all. And there's been a real unwillingness to deal with what looks to me at this point. And by the way, I think you know this about me, Liz. I've historically been a deficit dove. But when I see the outlook now and the fact that neither side wants to really take the necessary steps, I start to feel kind of hawkish, not just because the magnitude of the debt, but because where I think interest rates are going. And obviously, one day means nothing in the pace of interest rates. But Trump wasn't wrong in what he said before, that interest rates have been climbing up, not just today, but interest rates have been rising at the long end of the curve because people are worried about the fiscal outlook, as they should be.
The bond vigilantes, they do not like the overspending. We'll be watching all of this. Jared, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.